Good evening, everybody, and welcome to a First Timers Showcase. My name is Elly Wininger. I am not a first timer, so I won't be singing on this showcase or playing, but I am so excited that you're here and that you are going to hear some incredibly wonderful musicians that you may not have heard before. Just to let you know, we've got Rob Kneisler from Seattle coming. We've got Open Book from the Hudson Valley, an amazing duo. We've got Judy, Kass, also from the Hudson Valley, and Dave Kearney from Kingston, New York, the New Brooklyn. So hang in with us. I really appreciate your being here. I'm not going to waste too much more time yakking. Someone's got their mic on. I'm going to ask them please to mute your microphone if you're not on stage. Thank you. We're going to start with Rob Kneisler from Seattle, who I've never met in person, but he was recommended by several people that I really trust. And when I heard his stuff, I said, oh, this is going to be great. He's an evocative songwriter, and you'll hear his beautiful finger picking work, which is really nice. He's been a presence on the Seattle music scene since emigrating from Michigan in the mid-90s, which I can understand very well. Over the past decade, 6 of his songs have garnered recognition from songwriting competitions, and he has at last rewarded his faithful fans with a studio recording of those songs and others on his debut full-length album called Lift Me Up. So here we go, the first timers at FAI. We're starting with Rob Kneisler.
Elly, I really appreciate it. Yes, my name is Rob Kneisler, and I want to thank Elly from the bottom of my heart. I don't know if I would have signed up for the Folk Alliance International Conference had it not been through Elly's reaching out. And the first 2 days have just been amazing. I have been bouncing off of the ceiling. I have learned so much, and I'm going to try to be a regular from now on. I also want to thank Jennifer Rowe and all the people at Folk Alliance International for putting on such a fantastic show, a fantastic conference, rather. It's just amazing that they can get so much done in a time when things are so uncertain. So I'm going to start out with a song that needs very little explanation. It's kind of autobiographical. It's off of my new album. This is called Waiting for My Ship to Come In. Ever since I was a little boy, there was always that next thing. Walk and talk, then learn to read and write. And meanwhile run and play and sing. They told me that I could reach the stars, but they never told me how. What I'd find if I made it there, future for the now. And I was waiting for my ship to come in, running the maze to get that cheese, waiting for my life to begin, and then fair winds and following seas. grow up into a man. But there was always that next thing. Get a job and start a family. No time to run or play and sing. I finally come to realize this waiting game has been a lie. That boat I thought would come and rescue me, I've been aboard her this whole time. And no more waiting for my ship to come in, running the maze to get that cheese, waiting for my life to begin. And now fair winds to following seas. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. There you go. Oh, thank you very much. I see Robin McGilvery, my good friend Robin, is on. Thanks for watching, bud. I really appreciate it. And all you other folks. I'm having a good time already. That's amazing. That song and this next one are off of, I would be remiss if I didn't try to plug the merchandise. So a lot of these songs are off of my recent release, which debuted last September at number 35 on the FAI folk charts. It's good. It's a 4-panel. It has a round disc in it. It has a booklet with all sorts of lyrics and all sorts of things and all sorts of information. If you want it, my name is pretty uncommon. You probably won't have a problem finding it. So I'm going to move right to the next song. How are we doing so far, sweetie? She gave me the thumbs up. My wife, my beautiful wife, Oriana, is acting as control engineer today. So this next song is a musical protest. I listened for the first time to Sirius Radio, and I was listening to the Coffee House channel, and a song came up that I'd never heard before, and I think the hook of the song was "Love is like a diamond." And yeah, maybe love is like a diamond, but it's a lot more than a diamond. And, I think that's just lazy metaphor. So I went home and I wrote this thing in like 20 minutes. So this is called Love is Like. Oh, and I wrote it for a voice like Jimmy Dale Gilmore's. So wish I had that voice. Love is like my old first car, 'cause it's blue sometimes and sticks in second gear. Love is like a tangerine, 'cause it's firm to slightly soft and it's heavy for its size. Love is like a used dishwasher that comes with an apartment where there's only half the first month's rent and there's no cleaning fee. Yeah, I know love. I know love. Love is like love is like a John Wayne movie, but not the one that you're thinking of. Love is like a baby's smile. Wait, no, it's not. I take that back. Love is like a silent chord played on an old piano by a Latvian trombonist on her quest to make it big. Yeah, I know love. I know love. Love is like a burning oven mitt, a gift from your first cousin that never even fit. Yes, that's it. is like a tennis ball. I'm not sure why, that's just the way it is. Love is like an angry sea in a Bob Ross painting, according to my dad. Love is like an operation suddenly gone bad, where the patient might not make it, and it's someone who you hated, and they're not even related, so it's kinda complicated, and you're not sure what to think. Yeah, I know love. I don't know love. So, I'm going to grab something to drink. And by the way, you got a cameo appearance from Happy the dog, who never barks. He never barks. And now he barked. Mm-hmm. I think he just wanted some attention. I'm not sure. So, we're going to go from here to an unreleased song. Okay. Oh, no, that's not right. Sorry about this, folks. There you go. Oh, this is a song it's called Common Genes. And I think it's also kind of self-explanatory. My brothers and I wore hand-me-downs, except of course for Lou. Since he was the oldest, his clothes were all brand new. Handed down through Tim and James, then given up to Dwight. The blue jeans that got down to me were faded into white. Us brothers all wore common threads. We all come from simple means. Everything's been handed down. We all shared in common genes. Mom was one of 7 kids and Dad was one of 2. I've got a lot of cousins and I bet that you do too. We don't always get along, sometimes we fail to see that in the larger sense of things we're all still family. We're all joined in common threads. We all come from simple means, and everything's been handed down, and we all share in common genes. planet, and I think about the plight of 7 billion people, black, brown, yellow, red, and white, divided by geography, language, and religion. Still it stands to reason that we share the same origin, and you and I've got common threads. We all come from simple means, and everything's been handed down. You and I've got common genes. You and I've got common threads. We all come from simple beings. Everything's been handed down. Yeah, you and I've got common genes. That's Common Genes. That song, I think that was one of my first award winners at the Tumbleweed Music Festival in 2011. It won second place and it won People's Choice. And so that was sort of a moral victory for me, I think. Yep, and I've officially lost the YouTube feed. No, I think I can get it back. I got it back. Okay, this next one is, I guess, another award winner. Oh, my wife says do this. This is the time of COVID hair, ladies and gentlemen. So you're gonna have to take what you get, right? Anyways, this song it's an interesting song to me in the fact that it was written about a engineering project. This was a song written to commemorate the centennial of the Ballard Locks in Seattle. I knew there was going to be an outlier there. Good enough. So yeah, I did a lot of reading and a lot of research in learning about this major engineering project in Seattle back in 1910 and before. It started much before. And I wanted to say something poignant about the history and the sacrifices that were made, but I ended up just writing a little Sailor's Love ditty instead. So this is the title track to my CD, which, by the way, is for sale, and it's called Lift Me Up. Me awake early morn, cast off the lines, push away from the docks, feel her heel over as we bear for the locks. Another day of sailing, they say that life has its ups and its downs, much like the rise and the fall of the tide, and like the locks that both join and divide the lakes and the ocean. Lift me up, let me down, let me now come around, push me out into the sound to sail the ocean. 100 years old. The gates swing open and pull me inside. I think of the boats that have taken this ride. Sailors gone before me, and I know I shall cross once again. The back and forth and the here and the gone, much like a salmon returning to spawn, over and over. Lift me up, lay me down, let me in, I'll come around. Push me out into the sound to sail the ocean. I know fresh water and I know the salt. It's like the difference between day and night. It's in the air and the way that the light flows to the horizon. You're not a sailor, I once was told, until you sail till the land disappears, and you're alone and have faced all your fears, floating on forever. Lift me up, lay me down, let me in, I'll come around. Push me out into the sound to sail the Thank you, Oriana. Oriana just clapped. All right. Well, unlike some of my, oh, very nice. Thank you. I appreciate that. Unlike some of my songwriting cohorts, I also dabble in instrumentals. This one is, and there's something interesting about instrumentals in that, in naming them. In the olden days, it was just like toccata, fugue, and D minor, and that was it. You didn't have to think about it. You didn't have to evoke an image. We're not in that habit. Otherwise, this would be like Diddy in Dad Gad Capo 2, and that'd be about it. But when I wrote this, I went out on social media and said, hey, I got something here, but I don't know what it is. It sounds vaguely Irish. Could you identify it? And my good friend Heather came out and said, well, I think that sounds... I forget what she said. Was it a reel or was it a jig? I think she said it was a jig. And so I named it after her. Heather is a server at Egan's Ballard Jam House, which is a fine club that I'm looking forward to being able to visit again real soon. And so this is called Heather Dancing Twixt the Tables. I don't even need that. I did mention it was a dad gad. That was Heather dancing twixt the tables. No, I got this right here up front. Oh, I see. It's because it makes a noise. You know, we should work out some sort of hand signals for every conceivable outcome, and then we'd be fine. And she's doing the flappy chicken thing. My wife has a great sense of humor. She pretty much has to, right? Anyways, moving right along. While I was researching that Ballard Locks song, I came across a story that is unique to the Pacific Northwest, and it has to do with the indigenous people of the area being fully aware of when the salmon were about to arrive. And over the years, they had built up a series of rituals that differed from tribe to tribe, but the basic elements were the same, is that one or two people were elected the honor of catching the first salmon, which was known, I guess, as the grandfather salmon. And then they would perform certain rituals, and then they would go away and party their brains out for 7 to 10 days. Meanwhile, the healthy salmon would actually make it upstream to spawn, and then they'd come back in whatever state of hungoverness they were in, and they would attempt to catch as many of the rest as they could. And that, boys and girls, was sustainable fishing. As time progressed, it wasn't always that way. I think at one point they were just stretching nets across the Columbia River and saying, heck with it, let's just can the whole lot of them. But we still have salmon today. And I was just struck with the wisdom of the early practices that I was moved to write a song about it. And this is called Still the Salmon Run.
In the day, for thousands of years, before the time of the pioneers, in this place we call the Great Northwest, the people knew that the salmon must spawn, so they take one or two and let the rest swim on. Wait a few days, give thanks, then catch the rest. And still the salmon run, and still the salmon run, and still the salmon run. When the white men arrived and they cut down the trees, they mined the hills and they dammed the streams. What some call progress, others might call theft. Their canoes disappeared as the salmon boats came with their great white sails and their gill net games. They fished and fished till there was nothing left. And still the salmon run, and still the salmon run, and still the salmon run. Well, that was then, now it's today, and the miners and the loggers have given way to coffee bars and big old jet airplanes. But the ships still step out at the break of dawn. The purse-seiners and the trawlers continue on. Some things change and some things stay the same. And still the salmon run, and still the salmon run, and still the salmon run. great spirit of yesteryear. We give thanks for the fish that we take down here in this place we call the Great Northwest. We give thanks for the boats and thanks for the crews, and we pray that we never lose the wisdom that the first ones here possessed. And still the salmon run, and still the salmon run, and still the salmon run, and still the salmon run.
That was still the Salmon Run. I'm going to end up with a song that I think takes about 5 minutes. So I think we're right on schedule. I get this look every time I take a sip because it makes a duck noise, right? And I'm going to, just for the heck of it, I think I've got a couple seconds. I might even pop this guitar into tune for the heck of it. I might get my folk musician's license taken away from me, but this song is called Grasshopper Baggage, and it has an interesting genesis too. That a friend of mine, one of the owners actually of Egan's Ballard Jam House, I must spend a lot of time there. I suspect it has something to do with the Scotch and the music. Scotch first, music second. And once again on social media, where I must spend an awful lot of time, my friend Suzanne Wakehorst said that there was a cricket or some sort of grasshopper type thing in her writing garret that was making a lot of noise. And I had remarked that, well, as far as roommates go, at least this one isn't carrying a lot of baggage. What a brilliant metaphor. And so I thought about kind of travels of my youth, where there was no real set agenda and you just sort of steered for the sunset and hoped everything worked out. So I'm going to leave you with this. Thanks again. Check out my website, buy my CD. Listen to Elly Wininger's set, which is later. The producer on this CD, Wes Waddell, he's going to have a set tomorrow with Elisa Newell, and they are wonderful. They're really good together. And I just hope to see you guys around. Thanks again to Elly. Thanks again to all the folks at FAI International. Grasshopper Baggage.
Highway shimmers in the heat, black mirage pools ripple like a sea. Sunlight strobing through the pines, country roads unwind and set us free. Got the time, have no cares, roaming anywhere we want to run. Leaving when we've got the notion, steering by the motion of the sun. Grasshopper baggage will get you there. Grasshopper baggage will get you Sunset time, rhythm slows, welcome taste of soft and dimming light. Campfire glows, starlight shines, sparks are rising, twine into the night. Full moon rise above a lake, pale reflections ripple like a stream. Old concerns become a joke, fade away like smoke into a dream. Grasshopper baggage will get you there. Grasshopper baggage will get you there. Long enough, you find a dream, you chase it, and the dream becomes a trek. But well-worn paths wear into grooves, and ruts limit your moves and hold you back. Grasshopper, don't play those games, future's not arrived and past is gone. Knows the present is a gift, spirits hitch a lift and travel on. Grasshopper baggage will get you there. 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 Once again, thank you very much. I really appreciate everything that you've done, Elly. And also, I have another set, same time roughly, on Thursday. Thank you.
That's what I was going to ask. Rob Kneisler, thank you so much. That was a beautiful set from Rob Kneisler. And if you're interested, check out his album, Lift Me Up, at robkneisler.com. When is your set, Rob?
It's 5:30 PST, so that'd be 7:30 Central Time, 8:30 Eastern Time. I don't know what time in New Delhi.
And which day is that on?
This coming Thursday.
The day after tomorrow.
Yes. Beautiful.
Thank you so much, Rob. That was a really beautiful set. Yeah, really nice.
Thanks.
And look forward to hearing more from you. And welcome to FAI. You're no longer a first timer. Okay. So coming up next, we have Rick and Michelle Kearney, also known as Open Book. Very excited to hear them. I have been a fan of theirs for many years here in the Hudson Valley, and they have everything in terms of talent. They write beautiful songs with incredible harmonies, beautiful interweaving guitars, and let's see. Who's not muted? Oh, okay. It's Open Book coming up. Yes, they've been writing, recording, and performing together since 2000, for longer separately, but we're not going there because this combination of Rick and Michelle is so magical. I listen to their music when I need to feel good. It's physically uplifting, and I call it medicine music. It's just so beautiful. They are the winners of the 2017 Connecticut Folk Festival Songwriting Competition. And they write and tour and record, and they work with Dar Williams at her songwriting retreat, writing a song that matters. And they're currently working on their 4th album, which will be called Leaning In. And I am so excited for you to hear them. So I'm going to be quiet now. And thank you all for being here, whoever is here. If you're here, it would be great if you'd leave a comment so that we know you're here. That's kind of cool for the artists to know, because it's so strange to be playing to a digital void out there. So please do leave a comment if you are here listening, and thank you for listening. And without further ado, let's get open book.
Thank you, Elly.
Oh,
Thank
I'm
you.
just wait.
We're so excited to be here. We've never been to Folk Alliance, and this is definitely easier than flying and staying in the hotel, but we hope to make that happen one day too. So we're going to start with a song called Go. Go count all the stars, tell them good night for me. Go stand on a mountain and wish on the wind. Go tell them you're free, and tell them that I wanted to pull you away, then go. Go watch how the moon tucks herself in for the night. Thank you. Capo. So I just wanted to mention that that song was just released by the group Cry 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 on their latest album called Live at the Freight. And it's such a beautiful thing to have somebody cover a song of yours, especially these guys. So it's a beautiful recording and a beautiful version. And all of the proceeds from the sales of that album, which is an amazing album, go look for it, benefit the Live Music Society, which is happening right now to help sustain small venues during this time. So we're really happy to be a part of that whole thing too.
Yeah.
I should have tuned before I talked.
I haven't mastered the tuning talking thing all these years. It's one or the other.
Okay.
Want to get the beat
Got your
right?
groove?
Get my groove.
One, two. You are safe here in our circle. You're ready to receive. And by the time you're feeling it's time to leave, I can tell you hear me singing. You're moving in the air. And by the time I reach you, you're not there. We are singing from the middle of the storm, and like the wind, it carries you up to reach the sky. We are singing to be heard above the thunder and the rain. And now unfold your wings and you will fly. Butterfly. You are speaking without saying, beginning to ascend. And by the time you're flying, it's time to land. You are safe here in our circle, but I might never know when you're following the sound. Where do you go? We are singing from the middle of the storm, and like the wind, it carries you up to reach the sky. We are singing to be heard so funny to see all the comments popping up on the screen. I'm just looking, we're looking at ourselves, and, you know, I've seen enough.
Well, those are two older songs of ours. We're going to hit you with a couple of new ones. Lockdown and COVID this year, I decided to forego a garden and create a meadow. And I figure that'll help the birds and the bees. I've become a big fan of hummingbirds and got lots of feeders and had some good luck this year with getting quite a few families to come around, and a couple of hummingbird bullies as well. So we're going to work on that one. And but this song came out of this summer's exploits with gardening. I think I'll write a song today, but I don't have a lot to say. All my words have flown away as they go down the eastern flyway. I think I'll paint a picture to Venetian red or Prussian blue, depending on my point of view when I come home from walking, turning out or turning in, the first each day as I begin. Let all I do and say a better world tomorrow. The frost came in without a sound, fruit lies fading on the ground. I'll scatter new seeds all around, a garden to a meadow. A garden feeds but one or two, a meadow feeds all creatures who can heal the mind and free the soul, turns me around again, turning out or turning in, the choice each day as I begin. Let all I do and say a better world tomorrow. Yeah, well, we're working through that one.
I think I messed something up, I'm sorry. So
Well, that's good. You didn't notice what I did.
I wanted to also just give a shout out to the amazing retreat that we have the honor of working at every summer now for 8 years, and it's called Dar Williams Writing a Song That Matters. And we have just an amazing community that has kind of built itself over all the years. And you know, I know there's lots of songwriters out there, and I can't recommend highly enough joining our community because it's just a beautiful thing.
Yeah, we went online this year. We weren't able to do it in person. Hopefully, we will be in the end of July or August, perhaps.
We do have a mini retreat
hopeful.
coming up in March, so please go to darwilliamsretreat.com and you'll see all the details about that. And also Dar has some individual small retreats coming up too, and just it's all magic, so you can't lose. So go look at the website, darwilliamsretreat.com. So this is a song called January Knows. Thanks, Elly. One, two, three. January 1, coffee and the messages I've sent to me. And January 2, I take them for a walk into the woods to breathe. And look how beautiful the sun is setting on a frozen day. Look how beautiful the moon is rising up to light the way. I promise you I will see you now. January knows the time that I am lost to all the worrying. And January shows the price of trying to feel somebody else's pain. Look how beautiful the snow is covering the fallen leaves. Look how beautiful the night, a blanket full of stars to believe. I promise you I will see it now. What about the cold? What about the ice and snow? What about the faith that lets me take your open hand? I'm going with you now. I'm going with you now. January sees I'm setting my intention to be listening. And January leaves a map to all the spaces I'm recovering. And look how beautiful the blue reflecting in a cloudless sky. Look how beautiful the wings are showing us the way to fly. And I promise you I will see it now. I will see it now. I will see it
Oh, I got to get that wobble in there at the end. All right.
Ready
wow.
for the next one?
Yeah, sure. I'll take a little sip.
I'm going to take a sip too.
Wet my whistle. Did you notice when we started with Go, it was the same key as Rob's song.
Oh, yeah, I noticed we were playing along with Rob at the end
Rob,
of his
we were
set.
playing along with you there. It sounded
Hopefully our mics
fantastic.
weren't on. Yeah, we really enjoyed your stuff. Love the Dagad stuff, as you can tell. So,
All right, this is a little song of mine I wrote a while ago because we believe in chances, second chances, third, fourth chances, whatever
whatever it takes.
floats your boat. There's a nice old man living outside of town. You might not notice when he comes around. Well, I don't know much, but his name is Tom. He says he moved up here after Vietnam. He says life is getting shorter a little each day. Little by little it slips away. There's a lady I know, she lives alone in this town. I thought she'd like to meet Tom when he comes around. First she said no, then well maybe I can. But I'm not really into taking care of some man. She says life is getting shorter a little each day. Little by little it slips away. Takes an open heart for a second chance. A lack of fear in a circumstance. Say, well, who am I to tell them what to do? Well, I kept my heart open, so I know that it's true. Life is getting shorter, it's a little cliche. But little by little it slips away. Life is getting shorter a little each day. Little by little it slips away. Little by little it slips away. Yeah, little by little it slips away. Yeah, them birthdays just keep coming and coming.
I feel like this year shouldn't count for, for birthdays.
Excuse me a second, I'm gonna switch guitars.
You do that. I'm going to tune. So thank you all for showing up and listening. And, I think for all of us, music has been just a lifesaver this last year, and actually this last 4 years. Not that we're keeping score. So this is a new song of mine, and it will be on our next album, and I think it's going to be the title track. So the album will be called Leaning In. And it's sort of about this weird connection that we're all having online, trying to like meet somewhere out there in the ether, and how similar it can be, and how similar I have found it. So this song is called Leaning In.
You need the words?
I don't need the words, do you?
I might.
You should look at them.
I'll keep an eye on them.
1, 2. I'm on my way in, and I'm just arriving, and I'm leaning into place the sound. I think I hear you. You're getting closer. You're leaning into reach the sound. Bring all the pieces of secrets you say, fragments of glass, leaves and stones. A well-worn notebook from under your bed, the memory of light through the trees, leading home. We're all the way in. Now I see you're changing. We're leaning into hold the sound. Now you know a place where you can bring all the pages of notes that you say, fragments of colors and tones, new reflection you see in the glass, the filtering light through the trees, on your way home. You're on your way in.
I think I kind of made a Beatles chord there at the end. I didn't mean to do that, but yeah.
How are we doing time-wise?
I think we're good. I think we're good.
Ellie, are we good? Can you give us a count of how much
It's
time we have?
9:45.
Okay. I should probably put glasses on so I can actually see things.
what's coming next?
I do.
Oh, wow. You made the set list.
Thanks, Linda. Linda Shore is a great songwriter, too. Go find her, too. So this is a song that I wrote about being a mom. It's called "This Is Yours Now."
Well, let me have one more sip, please.
Okay.
That tiki masala was salty.
Okay. One, you smile and you disappear into the crowd, and I dare not go. Magic and mystery lost in sound, and I dare not go. So I
think
think we have one more.
I'm trying to remember where the capo goes on this one. Is it here or is it there?
So I just want to give a big shout out to Elly Wininger, who is not only the most amazing person, but an amazing musician, guitarist,
Blues girl.
a blues woman, and an amazing songwriter. And I just love her.
Well, we sure have enjoyed doing this. We've done a number of these online concerts, and you get all dressed up, and you come downstairs in the basement. And
I still have no shoes on, though.
I got my slippers on. I'm staying comfortable. I did get out of my pajamas, though, barely. But
Hold on.
it may be hard to go back out on the road and do actual real gigs, in front of people. You have to stand up and look good, and gosh.
Okay. So this is a song that I wrote a long time ago. I wrote it right after 9/11, thinking it probably wouldn't stay pertinent. And unfortunately, it's still pertinent, and it's called Safe and Sound. Is there love enough? Is there love enough to feel? Is there hope enough? Is there hope enough to heal? Is there room here in your mind where you put your fear to disappear? I'm praying that we'll stand our ground. I'm praying that we're safe and sound right now. Is there faith enough? Is there faith enough to dream? Is there peace enough? Is there peace enough to believe? When it feels like holding on is just holding on to only air.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Elly.
Open book. I told you they were good. Rick, before you guys go, you need to
Yes.
say a little something about your backdrop. We've had several comments about it. So please do, tell us.
I'm a painter in my spare time. And I had this COVID thing had really locked me down artistically. I haven't been able to do very much creatively. I don't know why, but so I was determined this year to start something new, and so I painted this picture, which is actually a view along the Hudson River, where we take walks. How many times a week?
We try to walk every day if it's decent out.
So, there's lots of Canadian geese there, and of course, they're always getting spooked and flying off and coming back. So, it's just a view of a snowstorm coming down. We've had a number of those here on the Hudson River. And winter's not over. The groundhog, damn him. But
It's a beautiful painting, though.
But I decided to go bigger than I usually. I usually paint smaller paintings, and I really want to do some bigger, smaller things. So I think it's done.
I think it's done.
It's
Step away.
yeah. I could put a few more snowflakes in it, I think. But
Leave it alone. Beautiful.
but thanks, Elly. That's when it's done, it's when it's sold.
I see. When somebody rips it out of your
Right.
hands.
I can't look at it
The problem
anymore
is he
and
has
fuss
to
with
he
it.
has to ask me if it's allowed to be sold.
I think that's a good idea.
I don't do many winter scenes, but I was inspired this year with all the snow. So that's it.
Well, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having us.
I'm happy that I introduced maybe a few new people to your wonderful music, and enjoy the rest of the conference.
We're going to. I can't wait to go explore more and to hear your set.
There's music from all over the world, and
It's pretty amazing.
it's pretty amazing.
Well, thank you so much, Elly, and thank you all for joining us tonight. Really appreciate it.
We're going to
That's
hang around and
good.
get some wine and listen to the rest of everybody.
Now we can have
Right. Rick and Michelle Gedney, open book, the world's best duo. I've heard a lot of duos, and I always think,
Okay.
yeah, well, they're kind of good, but they're not as good as open book.
Ah, shucks.
So we'll be looking for your new album, Leaning In, if that's what you decide to call it. And thank you again for being here.
Thank you
Thanks.
so much.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks.
All right, kids. Well, next up, I have to give some full disclosure about our next guest, because I have been a fan of his for many, many years. As a matter of fact, I like his songwriting so much that I produced his first album, which is called Ghost Tracks, here in Woodstock. And that's how much of a fan I am. And I think you'll agree with me that his songwriting is quite wonderful. And a lot of people who hear him live, I've never seen anything like the reaction that he gets. People come running up to him after his set and say, that song, and of course it's always a different song for each person, but they say, that song really got to me. That was you were reading my mail. And I think one of the things that makes Dave such a powerful songwriter is that he is writing from his own experience. I mean, there are great songwriters who make stuff up about people they don't know and imaginary people, but Dave is writing from his own experience. So, yeah, he's had a lot of influences. You may hear some of your classic country influences and Americana, all kinds of stuff, but he is an original. He really has taken his life experiences to the crucible of songwriting. And that's what, to me, makes him a commanding artist. And after Ghost Tracks, which he released in 2011, he released a second CD called The Waiting Game, which is also a wonderful CD of original songs. So, Dave, are you ready to join us?
Yes, I am.
Good. I'm so glad. Did I leave anything important out? Probably not.
I don't think so.
Okay, well, you can take it away and feel free to tell people anything you want them to know, but your songs certainly speak for themselves. So,
Well, it's just such a privilege to be here. And my heartfelt thanks to Folk Alliance International and Elly, all the hard work you guys have done. But more importantly, you've had the wherewithal to keep the spirit alive, even though we're all going through this difficult time in so many ways. So I'm not going to do a whole lot of talking. I'm just going to play through some songs and hopefully get more music in without the talking, you know. I would like to dedicate this set to Lawrence Ferlinghetti, who left this earth last night at age 101. And Lawrence was an influence on me at a very early age. It wouldn't be the colors of fall or the cleansing rains of spring. It wouldn't be the silent snow or the warmth of fireside brings. It wouldn't be a star-filled night or the magic of the moon. It wouldn't be the morning light as it fills this darkened room. If I could choose a single gift to last until the end, I would choose, without a doubt, an understanding friend. It wouldn't be the knowledge of books or the wisdom of the sage. It wouldn't be to turn back time and see with eyes of age. It wouldn't be fine silver or bright and glittering gold. It wouldn't be the sweetest kiss before new love grows cold. If I could choose a single gift to last until the end, I would choose, without a doubt, an understanding friend. The one who stands beside me when misfortune's tides rush in, tells the truth to my face, but doesn't judge the sin. Who understands the bleeding soul and answers if I call. The hand hand that reaches out to me if ever I should fall. If I could choose a single gift to last until the end, I would choose, without a doubt, an understanding friend. It's like waiting at the station for a derailed train, pacing by the tracks when you know there's nothing to gain. Simple worn out shoes, and it breaks your mind, and it breaks your heart when you wake in the morning to find you're apart. Of the waiting game, of the waiting game. Your nerves are twitching like electric wires. Your eyes are burning like the teardrops have set them on fire. But the tears gotta come, and it breaks your mind, and it breaks your heart when you wake in the morning to find you're apart. Of the waiting game, of the waiting game. They say time flows like a river, but I'm waiting at the dam. And I'm trying to break it down, but I'm tired and there's blisters on my hands. Clouds and heat, looks like rain. Good weather for sleeping, but you know I'm just too damned afraid. Bad dreams are gonna come, 'cause I can't feel good and I can't feel bad. But this feeling nothing is the worst feeling I've had. In a long, long time. And it breaks your mind, then it breaks your heart when you wake in the morning to find you're apart of the waiting game, of the waiting game. Of the waiting game, of the waiting game. I look at you, you look at me. We face each other, but it's hard to see what is important, what is right. It ain't a secret, it's black and white, 'cause the only gray that's here comes for years. We better pay attention before they're drenched in tears. Time's moving just like a clockwork, regardless of what we have planned. Time's moving just like a clockwork, measuring days with its hand. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I should, but sometimes I won't. Take the time to get it right. Keep saying maybe tomorrow night, but tomorrow never comes. So today, keep making promises, wishing our lives away. Time's moving just like a clockwork, regardless of what we have planned. Time's moving moving just like a clockwork, measuring days with its hand. Did we get lazy? Did we get bored? Is it worth the price of being ignored? Taken for granted, living a lie. You know I love you, but I'm making you cry. And sorry don't mean much if there's no reply. You better take it easy before it passes us by. Time is moving just like a clockwork, regardless of what we have planned. Time's moving just like a clockwork, measuring days with its hand. Time is moving just like a clockwork, regardless of what we have planned. Time's moving just like a clockwork, measuring days with its hand. Yes, it is. All right. A lot of different views of the spectrum of love. That's the theme. Sunlight shines through your dress. It's not my nature to resist. Like a moth to a flame, is it my destiny to burn? You're dangerous, that's what they all say. You're dangerous, why can't I stay away? The sweet smell of your hair, warmth of your breath upon my skin, hypnotic eyes that take me in to places I shouldn't go. You're dangerous, that's what they all say. You're dangerous, why can't I stay away? I give my heart to you, you held it in your hands. You tossed it at my feet when you left with another man. When you walk in the room, the past I left returns. That old familiar pain, it burns, it burns. You're dangerous, that's what they all say. You're dangerous, why can't I stay away? You're dangerous, that's what they all say. You're dangerous, why can't I stay away? Love's a passing echo, rippling down a canyon wall, beckoning, calling, until at last it falls into an empty silence that turns the flower to a stone. Love's the deepest mystery my heart's ever known. Love whispers like the northern wind through the winter trees. Her icy lips will kiss you as the rivers start to freeze. She'll lure you deep into the dream, then vanish as she chills you to the bone. Love's the strangest mystery my heart's ever known. Angels dancing on a pinhead, moonbeams captured in a jar. beauty and beholder, reaching for a falling star. Angels dancing on a pinhead, moonbeams captured in a jar, beauty and beholder, reaching for a falling star. Love lies lingering in the mist, out in the planting rain, until at last she calls you. She claims your heart again. You'll follow down the rabbit hole to a place so far away from home. Love's the greatest mystery my heart has ever known. Love's the greatest mystery my heart has ever known. Red-haired vision in a soft summer breeze. One look in her eyes brought my soul to its knees. She drifted up north to these mountains with me. We were counting stars and trying to get free. We came looking for heaven, it took us to hell. The difference between was so hard to tell. Run as fast as you can't outrun yourself. When she wrote her last chapter, I put the book on the shelf. No blood on the saddle, no salt in the wound. No parting shot fired too soon. I know that she loves me when she comes to my room. And we share a waltz by the light of the moon. Like the thunder of hoofbeats, she was Cherokee strong, with cowgirl ways and a taste for my song. We fell for each other in a small Midwest town. A long time ago, but the song's still around. And I remember the details when she left that day. It was fire con Dios, happy trails come what may. Like all of those old Western movie cliches. She trampled my heart as she rode away. Upside down, inside out. Fools rushing without a doubt. Without a doubt, without a prayer, like wingless angels, they fall through the air. Now it's laughing with strangers and crying with friends, a carousel of hearts. It's always in spin, eyes closed on a mountain, windy and tall. You just stand on that cliff till you're pushed or you fall. No blood on the saddle, no salt in the wound. No parting shot fired too soon. I know they all love me when they come to my room. We all share a waltz by the light of the moon. Yes, we all share a waltz by the light of the moon. Thank you, Nancy. Nice to hear from you again. I could die with my version of the truth tonight. Can you live with yours tomorrow? There's a voice deep inside me, it's burdened with words, crying love should be given, not borrowed. I'm not a man with a taste for a lie, I'd say what I feel and let truth's arrow fly, and I watch where it lands. Yes, I watch where it lands. I can't be your silent partner. No, I can't be your silent partner anymore. You know we're both actors. Our life's just a play. World outside, that's our state. As the sun comes up to start the next act, I don't know which role I should play. Like any other man, confused from the start, I give you my love, I give you my heart, and I watch where it lands. Yeah, I watch where it lands. I can't be your silent partner. No, I can't be your silent partner anymore. Now the three of us, that's a tragic bunch. One missing at dinner and two out to lunch. One bound for heaven, two bound on earth. He's still wondering what either is worth. But all that we are is all that we've been, and all we can do is cast fate to the wind. Watch where it lands. Yeah, watch where it lands. I can't be your silent partner. No, I can't be your silent partner anymore. Babe, I can't be your silent partner. No, I can't be your silent partner anymore. Okay, then. Well, I guess I got time for one more. So I'll go on ahead and do this one. And I want to thank everybody for listening, and thanks thanks once again to Folk Alliance International and Elly. And wow, what a privilege to do this thing with such a great bunch of artists. You guys are some songwriting, you know. This is a song that I co-wrote with Elly. Something beautiful started. But what did we expect? We've been dancing on a tightrope when we knew there was no end. Moving in the spotlight, casting shadows on the wall. Knowing from the first step we'd have to risk the fall. Dancing on a tightrope, keep the crowd beguiled. Harlequins in motion, the painted smile. First hear the music, it whispers like the wind, distant yet familiar, it comes from deep within. Then you're lifted to heaven, where you're blinded by the light. It's hard to keep your balance when you're dancing at that height. Dancing on a tightrope, keep the crowd beguiled. Harlequins in motion, with painted smiles. Silver heart of the matter, that's a matter of the heart. Memory won't leave you of how the dancing starts. You remember 'cause you want to, or because you can't forget. Really makes no difference when the memories are all that's left. So if we can't dance as lovers, I hope we'll dance as friends, as we keep changing partners until the music ends. The steps become familiar to this dance that lovers do, but I never moved more gracefully than when I danced with you. Dancing on a tightrope, keep the crowd beguiled. Harlequins in motion, without painted smiles. Dancing on a tightrope, keep the crowd beguiled. harlequins in motion with their faded smiles. Thank you.
Dave Kearney. So you can check out his 2 albums, Ghost Tracks and The Waiting Game, on Bandcamp, where all the cool people hang out now. Thank you, Dave. Thank you very much. Coming from
Thank
the
you.
next hot spot of culture, Kingston, New York.
That's right.
Yeah, really, it's come up quite a bit. Okay, and any questions? Does anyone have any questions about? Great. We'll see you around the neighborhood, Dave. Thanks for joining us, and thanks everybody.
Thanks so much
Yeah,
for everybody. What a pleasure to be with y'all.
great. All right. Well, we have one more artist for you tonight, and this has been just great fun for me because I don't have to worry about anything except keeping the stream going. And, I'm looking for the silver lining. It's not as great as being together in person, but then again, you can come and go as you please. You don't have to trip over people getting in and out of a tiny little sweaty hotel room. And I always have a problem getting down those halls with 2 guitars in my hands. It's like, oh my God, what was I thinking? So this is in some ways luxurious. And you can drink as much as you want and eat as much raw garlic as you want and all kinds of things that you can't do when you're squished into a little room with a lot of people. But I do look forward to seeing you in person. And I hope that a year from now we can be together. And now I've got someone wonderful to introduce you to and introduce to you, Judy Kass, who I only ran across recently, although many of you may know her already because she has definitely made her presence felt in the songwriting and singing category. She was the first place winner in the Great American Song Contest 2019 singer-songwriter category. That's great. Her 2014 album Better Things and her 2016 CD Beyond the Ash and Steel both got plenty of airplay and appeared on the Folk DJ's list of top albums for each of those years. Her single Saving You was written as part of Cafe Lena's True Songs Lyrics of Life program. So that's wonderful. She also sings with Amy Susie and Glenn Rothel in their harmony-driven trio called Us. So they co-wrote Too Much Crying, which was selected just this past year for a gold award in the open category. That means it's beyond genre. That's quite a category to win in the 36th Mid-Atlantic Song Contest. Judy is currently working on her new album to be released sometime this summer, we hope. And I hope you enjoy her as much as I've enjoyed hearing her songs. Here is Judy Kass. Oh, Judy, your mic is off. Let's take care of that. We got to take care of that. Okay.
Oh, okay, so I can say that again.
Yes.
So 10:45 is the new 3 a.m., right? So instead of running down the hallway with guitars at 3 a.m., I could just set off my smoke alarm making dinner and do 10:45. So I'm going to start off with a song about a topic near and dear to my heart. That's chili peppers. As you can see, I don't know if you can see them, but I have some up here. And this was inspired by a visit to a friend, also with young children at the time. I had my young daughter, and we had spent a great day at her home in Coldwater, Canada, which is just outside of Toronto. And the kids were exhausted for all the right reasons. And we made this great dinner, and we had this wonderful bottle of wine and music playing. And they're all over her living room with these wonderful chili pepper lights. And out came a song. Kids are fed and fighting sleep. The music's good and talk is sweet. Stars pop out their shiny skins and shake and shed their stellar scenes. I'm in for a chili pepper night with you. I'm down for a funky night in town for two. Don't care if town's closed for the night. We'll put up a jukebox, playing slick hot licks, quick fix, a fun no money. No need to find no money when you're in your head. Just get in my head like a good friend should. I'll get myself into your head too. I got a jug and thought to chew. The night ahead just to spend with you. Songs to sing and tears to spill. Bet the sun's gonna rise, for we've had our fill. In for a chili pepper night with you. I'm down for a funky night in town for two. Don't care if town's closed for the night. We'll put up a jukebox, playing slick hot licks, quick fix, a fun for no money. No need to find no money when you're in your head. Just get in my head like a good friend should. I'll get myself into your head too. Uh-huh. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Lucky me and lucky you, got simple gifts, ain't that the truth? We got our kids, we got our health, we got each other and we got ourselves. I'm in for a chili pepper night with you. I'm down for a funky night in town for two. Don't care if town's closed for the night. We'll put up a jukebox, playing slick hot licks, quick fix, a fun for no money. No need to find no money when you're in your head. Just get in my head like a good friend should. I'll get myself into your head too. In cold water, yes I do. I love my cold water chili pepper night with you. In cold water, yes I do. I love my cold water chili pepper nights with you. In cold water, yes I do. I love my cold water chili pepper night with you. Oh, that was so much fun. And I do love chili peppers. So, speaking of silver linings, this, and actually, Ellie, you had mentioned that song that I'm going to do now, which is the song I wrote as part of Cafe Lena's True Songs. I was paired up. What Sarah Craig aimed to do was to pair up several songwriters with members of community organizations and to have them write a song about the story of that person's experience of getting help from the organization. And I was kind of typecast, being the wife of a veterinarian. I was put together with Christina Klein, who is the vice president of an organization, Hopes for Pets Exist. And she had
just come home a couple of years back with a dog, Chloe, who had been hard to adopt, and for reasons of having fear aggression, and was probably going to be put to sleep. And her experience was that saving the dog ended up really rescuing her. And you could actually beg the question, when you do take an animal home into your heart, or actually when you embrace any being, and bring them into your heart, who is really saving who. And that is a silver lining, because with this pandemic, there are a lot of things we can't do, but we can still rescue. And the magic that happens when you do open your heart to an animal is just amazing. So this is Chloe's song. You were out of final chances. I was in the throes of grief, escaping hopeless circumstances. My despair was your reprieve. Face devoid of all expression, teeth bared, you let no one near. Met your monsters with aggression, rising from a deep set fear. But who could know, who could see, saving you would rescue me, rescue me. But given love and given time, you found your hope, and I found mine. Such a trove of contradictions, offer begging to be touched. You shied away from aggression. You turned down trust. Timeless tricks we gave the other. You were lifted from your plight. Sweet reward for our patience. To see your eyes reclaim their light. But who could know, who could see, saving you would rescue me, rescue me. But given love and given time, you found your hope, and I found mine. Learn to bend expectations. Knew we'd taken on the line, but we do it again. No hesitation, for those eyes spoke what words could not. Reaching out past no tomorrow, as the coils of pain untwined. Beyond the fear, beyond the sorrow, you found your hope, and I found mine. And who could know, who could see, saving you would rescue me, rescue me. But given love and given time, you found your hope, and I found mine. You found your home, and I found mine. I found mine. I found mine. Yeah, some silver linings. I have a couple of critters running around, actually. One had to be put upstairs because he wasn't trusted to be a good audience. So during this time, we also have the opportunity to show some compassion for folks who are having a more difficult go of it, getting through these times. But it's one of the things I've realized is, along with compassion, you have to really do it with an open heart and not show judgment. And very often it's missing, compassion and help are shown, but with conditions. So this song really emphasizes the importance of self-determination when we are helping someone else, and just recognizing that we're all doing the best we can with what we have during these times. So. Reaching through her empty pantry, counting pennies from a jar. Hunger turns from sad to angry, safety, comfort seems so far. She's gone from hot mess to the fire. She's landed face smack on the ground. She's hung by a thread from a wire, but this time she's not going down. Don't judge the road she's pursuing. Don't try to take her in hand. And don't tell her how she is doing. She's doing the best she can. Waking to a homeless morning with a hunch that soon proves wrong. Begs a meal, heeds a warning, disappears into the throng. He's gone from hot mess to the fire. He's landed face smack on the ground. He's hung by a thread from a wire, but this time he's not going down. Don't judge the road he's pursuing. Don't try to take him in hand. And don't tell him how he is doing. He's doing the best he can. Many wise words I've been offered from friends who brave the same front line, and too many tirades I have suffered from those who'd push their path on mine. I've been from hot mess to the fire. I've landed face smack on the ground. I've hung by a thread from a wire, but this time I'm not going down. Don't judge the route I'm pursuing. Don't try to take me in hand, and don't tell me how I am doing. I'm doing the best I can. We all are. We're all doing the best we can. So, I'm going to change themes a little bit. I'm not wearing that t-shirt. I thought I might be wearing my Women's March t-shirt. This next song was inspired by that in 2017, where no matter what side you were on, I think we all had just connected with a renewed sense of activism. For many of us, it was kind of reluctant. We thought we were done with those years, but we had some marching to do. The good kind of marching, the kind of marching that's focused on a positive goal, not on destruction. But anyway, we needed to march that year, very much so.
conversation takes an awkward turn. At the local diner table, and it used to be easy to avoid an angry word. Now I'm no longer able. I miss the protests of the civil rights years, signing occasional petitions, but complacency ended when actions soon revealed the truth of the lesson. I never did much marching, not much marching. Look at me marching now. My neighbor hasn't stopped to chat in a while. Her smile grows tighter as she greets me, and my kid says his friend is geared to go to school, afraid they'll come for the family, because the stakes are at an all-time high, and the situation's dire. We can no longer wait to take our place at their side. Late arriving soldiers, we never did much marching, not much marching. Look at us marching now. We never did much marching, not much marching. Look at us marching now. With soldiers come together, heeding the call, side by side, sister and brother, and it's left, right, left, each and all, putting one foot before the other. We never did much marching, not much marching. Look at us marching now. We never did much marching, not much marching, but look at us marching now. Ooh, look at us marching. Ooh, look at us marching now. Ooh, look at us marching. Ooh, keep marching the right way. Yes, sirree. So, let me see. I've got to make sure that that is on. So, yeah, I guess we did write a couple of songs in this pandemic, and it gave me the opportunity, because I don't write a lot of funny songs. Funny things happen when I'm writing songs, but I don't always get the chance to write funny songs. But at any rate, the ordinary things that we're used to doing just take a different turn during these times, right? You have to really think about everything twice, going to the doctor, going shopping, anything that we did without even thinking of it before. We really have to be careful at this point. So, studies have shown that this virus is passed by things coming out of your nose and your mouth, right? And they spread pretty far when they do. And if anyone has any doubt about that, I invite you to take a big slug of a cup of coffee or maybe tea or juice, and then before you swallow it, sneeze. It'll splatter all over the place and prove my point. So knowing that it's spread so far by what comes out of our nose and mouth, it really makes sense that we would
follow the guidelines and cover it, right? You'd think. Not always. Grocery shopping. Grocery shopping in today's pandemic is anything but routine. If we want to be safe, there are rules to follow till we all can get a vaccine. So I don my mask and ever the wiser, make sure to plan ahead with shopping bags and hand sanitizer, intent to fight the spread. So imagine my dismay when I start to shop, and just ahead I see a maskless nose in a self-righteous pose coming straight from me. His eyeballs glaring, his nostrils flaring. I tried to dodge and weave and take a different route to get to the fruit. I was nervous, you best believe, 'cause he was wearing his mask like plumber pants. It was hanging below his nose, and he was breathing all over the salad bar and sneezing on the tomatoes. And he didn't have his mask up, didn't have his mask up, didn't have his mask in place. He didn't follow the rules, he didn't do the right thing, didn't cover each orifice. I make my way to the produce section and counter yet another fool who has a mask pulled down, talking on the phone, ignoring one-way aisle rules. She was strutting up the down and down the up, clearly not paying attention to the arrows on the floor or the signs of the door. She was going in the wrong direction, and she was wearing a mask like plumber pants. It was hanging below her nose, and she was breathing all over the cauliflower and sneezing on the potatoes. And she didn't have her mask up, didn't have her mask up, didn't have her mask in place. She didn't follow the rules, she didn't do the right thing, didn't cover each orifice. I try not to breathe as I finish my list and make it to the checkout line, where 6 feet markers are clearly laid out, directions on a sign. And the customer in back of me is swerving like he's feeling fine, comes up way close, all germy and gross, and puts his groceries next to mine. I turn to admonish, and am quickly astonished to feel my own mask start to slide. And with my hands full of bags, and much to my horror, I've joined the mask whole side. And now I'm wearing my mask like plumber pants. It's hanging below my nose, and I'm breathing all over the poor cashier and sneezing on my Cheerios. And I couldn't keep my mask up, couldn't have my mask up, couldn't keep my mask in place. I couldn't follow the rules, I couldn't do the right thing, couldn't cover each orifice. Oh, people, you gotta have your mask up, gotta have your mask up, gotta have your mask in place. You gotta follow the rules, you gotta do the right thing if you wanna get this thing off of your face. Plain and simple, we just gotta do it. So now we enter the dad gad portion of the show. Dad got it? So this song is not one that I have to worry about infringing on rights with. I think it's about 200 years old. It's a trad, and I do love trads. And it was, I believe, written by a man. First came out in the late 1700s. And and but it's been since recorded and performed by a number of women, which is kind of nice because there's a lot of loving and leaving, but it is on her terms, so that's pretty cool. There's a feminist bent to it. The snows, they melt the soonest when the wind begins to sing, and the corn, it rises fastest when the frost has settled in. And when a lover tells me that my face will soon forget, before we part, I wage a crown. He's fain to follow yet, and the snows, they melt the soonest when the wind begins to sing, and the swallow flies without a care as long as it is spring. But when spring goes and winter goes, my love, then you'll be fain for all your pride to follow me to the wintry main. Ooh, and the snows, they melt the soonest when the winds begin to sing, and the bee that flew when summer shone in winter cannot sting. And I've seen a young man's anger melt between the night and morn, so surely it's not a harder thing to melt a young man's scorn. So don't you bid me farewell now, no farewell I'll receive, for you will lie with me, my love, and kiss and take your leave. And I'll stay here till Murcott calls and the martin takes her wing, for the snows, they melt the soonest when the wind begins to sing. When the wind begins to sing. When the wind begins to sing. So, I want to thank Elly and Folk Alliance and Elly again for inviting me to join you this evening. And I write a lot of music about being in the moment because it's something that has gotten me through a lot of difficult moments. Doesn't that sound ironic? Learning to be in the moment to get through difficult moments, but I don't know why, but it does work. But I want to thank all of you for sharing these moments this evening with me and leave you with one sure given. I swung on the water's edge, gazing at the traveler, beckons her to come ashore and spend a while beside her. She stays within the sight of land and watches from the distance and wonders how she'll stay the storm and questions her resistance and the one sure given that she holds, the only truth she knows for certain, this precious gift more dear than gold, this moment that she's living. She lets herself drift to the shore and sits beside the elder, who reads a question in her eyes and nods a silent answer. And the one sure given that she holds, the only truth she knows for certain, this precious gift more dear than gold, this moment that she's living. She placed each thought that weighed her down like petals on the river, and watched them float away and far to meet the sea's forgiver. And the one sure given that she holds, the only truth she knows for certain, this precious gift more dear than gold, this moment that she's living. Yeah. So cherish every chance you get to let your soul unburden and meet your wise one on the shore and leave behind your worrying for the one sure given that you hold, the only truth you'll know for certain, this precious gift more dear than gold, this moment that you live in. Oh yeah, the one sure given that we hold, the only truth we know for certain, this precious gift we share is gold. This moment that we live in. Ooh. Thank you. Thank you. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Wait,
Mm.
you can, you started a little late. If you have another one you'd like to do, it's perfectly.
I think that's fine. I
w-
mean, what is it? Like 11:26. I have to tune down again. I'm good. That's a good
Oh,
rest.
okay. All right. Tell us about your upcoming thing at Cafe Lena.
Yes, let's talk about March
Ah,
14th. Yeah. March 14th, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will be streaming a show at Cafe Lena's. I'll be joined by Mark Dan on his wonderful baritone guitar and bass, and I think I'll do about an hour and 15 minutes, and I'm really looking forward to it. Cafe Lean is a very special place. My mom and sister live up there, so it's a place close to home. And Sarah Craig has just the whole team there. They've done such a great job with keeping the light on with live music in the safest way possible. They really struck a fabulous balance. So it's a magical place, and I'm honored to grace it.
And I do believe that Cafe Lena is the oldest continuously running folk club in these United States. It's historic.
It is very historic, and you name them, they've performed there. You know,
Regularly.
regularly. Dylan, Judy,
Yeah,
there just before everything
right.
shut down, and really, it's just a very magical place. And they're a new space, which is quite nice, but it has
Beautiful.
that
It's
wonderful, wonderful Hamish feel to it. So I'm looking forward to that. Yeah.
great. Well, thank you for being with us, Judy, and thank everybody for hanging out and listening to this great music. It's I'm blown away by the talent and professionalism of the artists we've had here tonight. Rob Kneisler, Open Book, Dave Kearney, and Judy Kass. Uh, a really stellar show. I'm just so proud to have been the presenter here. And yeah, let's go listen to some more music out on the platform. I'll be doing a couple of showcases tomorrow and one Thursday. So I hope you'll come drop in and say hello. It's been a pleasure to be here, and stay safe, stay well. And if you hear anybody saying something that isn't true, you must call it out. No lies, no more lies. Okay. So thank you so much. I love you all, and I will see you around the quad. Good night.